gentlemen, welcome to Central Maine Community College, Auburn, Maine for the Can-Am Tournament. Hosted by Central Maine Community College. I'm Jim Toomey along with Rob Munzing on Munzing Media Sports. And then our game here, the 6 o'clock game, the University of New Brunswick St. John women's basketball team, the Seawolves, will take on the Central Maine Community College
Tonight's
Mustangs.
third game features.
And we're back at it, Rob Munzing.
The University of New Brunswick.
Okay, it's Patrick Dexler.
Seawolves. And your Central Maine Mustangs. Introducing the Seawolves, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard. From Miramichi, New Brunswick, number 3, Jenny Cripps. From Hansport, Nova Scotia, number 8, Brenna McKenzie. From Miramichi, New Brunswick, number 11, Bailey Henderson. From Riverview, New Brunswick, number 14, Hannah Grossman. And from St. John, New Brunswick, number 15, Ellie Collins. The head coach of the Seawolves is Kevin Monroe. The assistant coach is Chris McGee. And here's the starting lineup for your Mustangs. From Zwolle, Netherlands, number 10, Luna Love. From Waterville, Maine, number 11, Kelly Thompson. From Oxford, Maine, number 13, Jake Smedberg. From Lewiston, Maine, number 23, Emily Strong. And from Sollentuna, Sweden, number 24, Clara Band. The head coach of the Mustangs is Andrew Morong. The assistant coaches are Abby Nielsen and Tia Day. And here to sing today's Canadian and American national anthems is Mitch Thomas. No, kill that, kill that.
Beautiful renditions of both the Canadian and American national anthems. Caught us a little bit by surprise. We could have mic'd that up a little bit better. I hope it came through.
Wow, quite an atmosphere here for a sort of a preseason tournament, Rob, the Can-Am tournament.
Well, I was sharing with the folks in the previous game, Jim, this will be news to you, but good news is that the YSCC Final Four for men's and women's will be held right here at Kirk Hall come February.
Oh, wow.
And Munzing Media will be here to cover that. So we're excited about that. Just found that out from Dave today, Dave Gagne, giving us that information.
All right, Central Maine actually in their red uniforms, their away uniforms, going left to right. Here are the Seawolves of University of New Brunswick St. John in the white, going right to left. Welcome fans, wherever they may be, to Munzing Media Sports. Here's a drive. They kick it out to Seawolves. Across the lane from the corner, the shot up and no good. They get the rebound. Shot is by Grossman, no good. Of course, the Central Maine Mustangs, national champions, Division II. Their toughest opponent in the tournament, Rob, you know this, University of Maine Augusta.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the quarterfinals.
Well, speaking of UMA, the Seawolves played them last night up in Bangor and beat the UMA Moose.
I didn't know you could see it on the schedule. Emily Strawn drives to the hoop and she's fouled. Going to the line, Emily Strawn, quite a year last year from Lewiston, Maine. Lewiston High School. And 1 out of 2 for Strawn, first points of the game. And traveling on the Seawolves. Luna Love will take it out, number 10, the sophomore from the Netherlands. Out top, to Clara Band. Band high off the glass, a little bit heavy. I'm sure she has fans in Sweden watching. Heading towards the midnight hour, I guess, over there. I'll have to have my world clock, I think, with all these players.
Yeah, that's right. That would be good. We'd have to put it on like the old Today Show used to.
Up and no good by Ellie Collins. Here comes Band. On the drive, Smedberg. Strawn, tricky dribbles. Luna Love goes inside. Callie Thompson double teamed. And tie-up, excellent defense by UNB-Saint John Seawolves.
Well, when I came in about a little before noon to get set up here, the Mustangs are going through a pre-game practice.
I had a very quick conversation with Coach Andrew Morong. Had to have the official national championship congratulations handshake. And I said, how did the new players come in? He says, I think we're going to be good again. But he says it's always tough to repeat because you're, sort of a target. On the drive, McKenzie and a foul. What a game, that national game by Maya Nicholas.
Oh, yeah.
I said, Coach, if you left her in the whole game, she would have scored 93 points. If you do the math, it's true. She had 13 points in 5 minutes. In and out, no good. Seawolves get the rebound. How about this? We've had, in the last 3 games, you guys were here earlier, you and Nate, Seawolves teams.
Yes, yeah. 2
from Southern Maine Community College, and of course this one from St. John.
Yep, they must have swum up the Androscoggin. Got off, come over here.
Hannah Grossman will inbound. She's from Riverview, New Brunswick. 1-0 Mustangs. 4 10-minute quarter, intercepted by Strawn. In the corner, Band for 3. Long rebound right into the lap of Callie Thompson. She goes back outside. Strawn drives, stops, shoots, does not get it. Rebound for the Seawolves. Bailey Henderson from Miramichi, New Brunswick with the ball. Shut off baseline. Stolen away, Seawolves. Luna Love out quickly. Strawn, baseline, up and in. First field goal. Emily Strawn, 3-0 CM. Stolen by the Mustangs. Luna Love for 3. Bang! People over in Netherlands said, I'm glad we stayed up to see that shot. And a near steal. A foul. Now, people that's new to Central Maine basketball, the women's side, all kinds of pressure all the time, and they get a bunch of turnovers against the opposition.
Yeah, we'll take a look during the timeout. One of the players that Coach Morong's talked about early on is Jade Smedberg, how she's kind of making an impact early on here, a position change for her. She's a terrific defender. She's going to play more outside, hit some threes. But here she gets a great play, Jim. She's going to get an interception right here, and she knows that gets it back outside. And they move 1, 2, 3 passes. They hit Luna Love with it, and Luna knows what to do from out there. She shoots that moonshot, and she gets her first 3 ball here.
Coach Andrew Morong in his 11th season comes into this year 262-47. Third national championship in 5 years. He's from, went to school at Morris High School in Bath, Maine. Went to the University of Maine. His wife is Amber, and the 2 kids, Camden and Lucy. I know that because I read his bio on these CM sites.
Yeah, lots of information on there. They do a great job.
Underneath, nice defense, Seawolves. Thompson gets it out. Band whirls, Band in trouble and travels. Last year the Seawolves were 28-3, 12-2 in the conference, both losses to the University of Maine Augusta, and they revenged that in the national quarterfinals. Traveling on the Seawolves. Because tomorrow the Can-Am tournament shifts down to South Portland, the campus of Southern Maine Community College.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Jim, I don't know if you know this, they can't stream down there tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jeff Schools, who does his streaming, tied up with the soccer tournament.
Okay.
The Mustang men will be in the finals. They won 7-5 today over the Seawolves of Southern Maine Community College. That taking place at NHDI, so no streaming tomorrow. Used to be they were all here. We were able to do them all on a Saturday, Sunday.
Love for 3. Short, grabbed out of the air by Thompson. Swings it over. Band changes hands on the dribble. 7 on the clock, and a foul baseline. Well, I was down in Southern Maine last week, and you were involved with that for the conference volleyball championship. Congratulations, Central Maine Mustangs.
Fantastic job.
Against Paul Smiths. The first conference loss, if you will, for Paul Smiths.
Yeah.
And, they were a very competitive team, very friendly. They came down the night before, about a 6-hour trip. And
yeah, Coach Kyle Chapman doing a terrific job with that program. Thank you.
What was that?
I'll wear it.
Okay.
One of the kids brought a bracelet over here.
Renee Dusant. Raina Dusant. St. Albans, New York. She went to Fort Pierce Westwood High School. Also, Palm Beach State is in. Oh, just to finish that, they went to 5 sets down there. And the Mustangs volleyball team, in that 5th set, they just took off early. And, of course, all you have to get is to 15. And they sort of stunned Paul Smith, but a great competitive game. So,
what a fall it's been for the Mustangs, Jim.
Yes. Right now, business at hand. Duzant for 3, back rim. Rebound bounces around, grabbed off the floor by Jenny Cripps. She's from Miramichi, New Brunswick. Seawolves trying to get on the scoreboard. They go underneath, but nobody home. No heights listed for the Seawolves. Also in there for the Mustangs, number 21, Mackenzie Melendez, freshman out of Saukville, Maine, Thornton Academy. They dump it inside. Strong goes to the left hand, comes up short. Grabbed out of the air by Grossman. Trips into the front court. They go over into the corner. Baseline. They jump it over to this side. On the drive, McKenzie, no good. Rebound, Seawolves, no good. And going to the line, Bruna McKenzie worked very, very hard on that possession. She's from Hansport, Nova Scotia. Checking in for UNB-Saint John, number 20. And I don't have a 20 on this sheet. Let's see who they listed as 20. Coach, who's number 20? It's not on this. Number 20 is not on this sheet here. Okay, Jalen Powell. All right, thank you. Didn't make it to print. Okay, she's 22 on the program is what happened. 6-0 Mustangs. The foul shots were missed. 44, Kyla Moore checked in for CM. As outside, two-pointer, Luna Love. Towards the last third of the season last year, Luna Love really showed confidence and developed.
She surely did. Going to be an important cog for the Mustangs going forward. And there's one of those patented steals, but gave it right back.
Looking around, McKenzie. Baseline drive, they go inside, bounces around. Through traffic, coming up short is Power. Rebound up and good. That was Bailey Henderson, number 11. Outside shot, no good. By Duzan. On the floor we go, tie up. Checking in for the Seawolves, number 12, Laura Prika from Mississauga, Ontario.
Janai Moran also came in, Jim, in that same timeout.
Number 1, 5'3" sophomore, Boynton Beach, Florida.
She's a speedster. Good defender.
Yes. Prikaj being guarded closely by Mackenzie Melendez. They go underneath, the Seawolves do. Off no good by McKenzie. Here comes Moran. Three-pointer. In and out by Melendez. Here come the Seawolves. 4 minutes to go very soon. 8-2 CM. Traveling on the Seawolves. Checking in, or rechecking, I should say. Checking back in, Callie Thompson replacing Kyla Moore. Moran on a drive, knocked away by McKenzie. UNB-Saint John with those international numbers, Rob, with 8 and 9.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I noticed that in the earlier game.
Baseline, Moran. Outside, a long shot, no good. And we get a whistle underneath. Going to the line. Callie Thompson, a sophomore from Waterville, Maine, Waterville High School. Emily Strawn back in. I forget the stats in front of me, but I think Coach Moran would like the Mustangs to improve their foul shooting.
They were looking for something down on the baseline.
That's what she's wearing.
We don't have
It
a
could be a
20.
30. I'll double check. No, it's not free. It's definitely.
It's Jalen Power is number 20.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was looking for a swish by Callie Thompson. Second one no good. Rebound, St. John. Rebound was by Power. Down the lane, nice move and a foul. Nice drive to the hoop by Laura Prikash. Of course, if it was a regular season game, they would give a technical foul for the wrong number being in the book. But Jade Smedberg back in for the Mustangs.
Well, it might have been one of the cases they got there to Bangor last night, had the wrong number, and said, well, I guess we're not going to turn around and go get it.
And 0 for 2 at the line. Rebound, Thompson. We have a tie-up. It's going to be Central Maine ball.
So as we said, the Seawolves last night, they beat the Moose women by about 20, I think, last night.
Okay,
I have to look up the score.
This St. John team?
Yes.
Okay.
Up at Bangor they played.
All right, I thought you were talking about Central Maine playing up there.
No.
Okay. Outside, 3, no good by Band.
She was down number 11, Bailey Henderson, second personal.
Good job, Bailey. Good job moving your feet.
Hannah Grossman coming in, replacing Bailey Henderson. Emily Strawn. Eleven to 2, Central Maine. Pressure as always by the Mustangs. In trouble, there's a steal, Smedberg, and retaken. Nicely done by Laura Prikaj. St. John has it knocked away. Clara Band with the steal. Moran down in the corner. Strong baseline shut off. And excellent defense by the Seawolves. They shut off that baseline. Laura Prikaj ended up with it. On the drive, Keely Black, number 9. And a holding foul on Central Maine. Keely Black is from Moncton, New Brunswick. Luna Love checking back in. Field goal so far, UNB-Saint John 1 out of 8. Central Maine only 3 out of 14.
So it was a close game last night, Jim. I was mixing up the score of the men's game. It was a 1-point game with UNB-St. John. They beat UMA Moose 65-64 last night up in Bangor.
UMA lost a lot of players off that excellent team, didn't they?
Yes, they did. But they're going to be good. Coach Cowan doing a good job, but then we'll see them early on against the Mustangs.
And a foul underneath.
We'll have that game from you it'll be a Moose game. If you Central Maine fans don't know, the Munzing Media, we also cover UMA. The men, the UMA men beat St. John by 20. Women was a 1-point game. So
with the X.
Yeah, we got kids checking in at the
that's one thing
at the
hasn't
Munzing
changed.
Media station. Yeah, I keep sending them in. Remember last year, Jim?
Yeah,
There were like 12 kids in there. I kept waving them in.
That 5-on-7 fast break was interesting. Foul underneath, going to the line will be double L, Luna Love.
Assistant coach Pete Dixon also let me know that St. John's beat the Moose 65-64. Pete's helping out Coach Cowan this year as an assistant coach at the University of Maine Augusta. As I said, we'll see them early on. We do a couple of UMA games. We call them Moose calls, Jim.
Yes.
And Central Maine will be up there early on in the season.
2 for 2 for Luna Love.
Don't need live stats to know that Luna's high scorer.
Yes. 15-2, Central Maine. And that was deflected out of bounds by Strawn, and the Central Maine bench up and recognized their efforts.
Defensive plays are always recognized at a higher level than the offensive plays, Jim, if you've noticed.
Yes. In and out by Laura Precage. Strawn for 3. Back rim. Nice rebound by Ava Smith. No, who was that? Smedberg, I beg your pardon. Smedberg of CM. I was thrown off by the red uniforms for a second. Minute and a half to go, first period. It's been all Central Maine. Again, the turnovers leading to a lot more shots. And there's a loose ball up and in. Laura Precage, right place, right time. Strawn, change of pace dribble. Kicks it back out. Thompson for 3. High off the rim. And it's going to be Seawolves basketball. Checking in for Central Maine, number 32, Destiny Mora Lopez, 6-foot sophomore from the Dales, Oregon. And let's see, also number 20, Winnie La Rochelle, 5'8" freshman from Rangeley, Maine, Rangeley Lakes Regional High School, as the Seawolves travel.
Clara, right now, play defense. Let's go.
Strawn goes to the left hand. For Coach Morong, if you're on the bench, you got to get into the game because at some point he's going to put you in.
Yeah.
And I think that helps them to focus over the years that they know they're probably going to play at some point. One more for Strawn.
Well, you're at the point of the season too, Jim, as a coach. You're trying to figure out, okay, let's see who interacts and plays well. You got to mix and match for a while and see the combinations. And, you know, sometimes that process takes a little bit of working through.
14, Victoria Sogren checks in. Sogren from Stockholm, Sweden. Certainly get international touch here today. Besides the Can-Am tournament, same will be true in the men's game. Baseline shot, no good. Rebound up and in. DML, Destiny Mora Lopez, 17-4. Stolen away. Lopez picked it up. His Love looking around. Nice catch in the corner. So green, no good. Here come the Seawolves with under 20 seconds to go. First period. They move the ball around and traveling. Shot clock is off. Game clock now at 10. They dump it inside. And taking her time and powering it up and in, Destiny Mora Lopez. And that ends the first period. After one, it's Central Maine 19, UNB-Saint John 4 on Munzing Media Sports.
Heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Seeing the bench there for the Mustangs, Coach Moran will work some things into the season as we go on. Well, I'd like to mic up the coaches.
Oh, that was great last year.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not sure we'll do it every game. It'll be up to the coaches. So we'll work that in.
Well, we pretty much can trust them.
Yes. They know the run. They do a great job. It adds great insight. And we'll also going to work on baseline cameras. As I said, there's no room down there, so you can't put a person down there. So we're going to try to mount some cameras down there. Kind of what we did for the finals last year.
The only way you could do it is like a hockey goal judge would have to be in sort of a cubicle down there.
So we'll see what we can do.
Too low, Jalen.
All right.
Zach Bryant doing a great job on our camera. Again, want to mention Zach.
Out of the corner for three, no good. St. John got the rebound. The three was taken by Hannah Grossman.
So I want to check with our fans at home about the clock. Let us know if you like this setup for a clock. It's a little different from what we've used before. It's got all the information in less space.
Out of the corner, shot missed by Laura Prikash.
You know, I know you veterans who have watched us over the years know our clock is tied in and official, but for newcomers, what they're seeing here at the venue, you're seeing at home for time and everything.
On the drive, Power, and I think she's going to the line.
Mustang ball number 44, Tyler Moore, second of the quarter.
At the line, number 20, Jalen Power from York. PEI, Prince Edward Island, making the foul shot. Checking in for the first time for the Mustangs. She'll check in shortly. Number 5, Kirsten Lyons, a junior from Mexico, Maine, Mountain Valley High School. And So Green comes out. There's Lyons. Over half court. Number 10, Luna Love, out top. From downtown, no good. Reina Duzant. Mustangs get it back. Left baseline shot by Winnie La Rochelle falls away. Here come the Seawolves.
I remember seeing Winnie play up in the tournament up in Augusta for Rangeley. Terrific player. She had a great tournament.
They've had a lot of success in Class
Oh, they
G.
surely have, yes.
Out top, diving, trying to save the possession. Nice effort by Jalen Power. Halfway through the shot clock, Seawolves of UNB-Saint John. On the drive, Prikash shot up, no good. Rebound bounces around. Mustangs have it. Love got it over to Band. Clara Band, right at the foul line, extended. Lyons. Duzant tries to go baseline. Outside, Lyons for three. Side of the rim, rebound bounces around. Smedberg had a hand on it, and then a couple of Seawolves jump in there. And their coaching staff liked the effort for St. John.
So back-to-back games here for the Seawolves, as we said last night. 1-point victory, 65-64 over the Moose.
Number 6, Lexi Horlick from Roebelin, Manitoba. In for bang! Luna Love from downtown. 22-6, CM. In the front court, Grossman, they swing it around. Baseline drive by Cripps. Outside the shot, no good by Horlick. Rebound to Strawn, to Love. Out front. Now they swing it to the left side. Back to Strawn, looking inside, nothing there. So they swing it to the right side. Halfway through the shot clock, Mustangs. On the drive is Band underneath the Smedberg, falls off. Rebound, McKenzie.
Yeah, good look right. Band got it inside smartly. Smedberg will make that 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, defied gravity. Across the lane, a nice pass, but better defense by Central Maine. Here's Strawn. Little contact we play on. Out of the corner for 3. No good by Love. Rebound Strong. And she's fouled.
Let's go back and take a look at the nice release Luna Love has. Gets the inbound pass. Nobody closes on it till the very end. That's going to be a dangerous proposition because if you don't close on Luna, she's going to go right 3-ball on you, and that's exactly what we saw.
Kaylee Thompson back in for the Mustangs, replacing Kirsten Lyons. Love to Strong. Strong goes around the screen. St. John fights through it pretty well, though. 3-pointer Band. No good. Rebound grabbed. Jenny Cripps. Here come the Seawolves. Across the lane. Sort of a triple team down there, and Strong gave it a kick.
So I've said this several times, Jim, over the years. You know, as a coach of a team coming into play, the Mustangs, you talk about their pressure, and you talk to your kids about it. But until you get out on the floor and you see that pressure and how quick it is and enveloping, it's hard to do anything about.
Bang from downtown, Brenna McKenzie from Hansport, Nova Scotia. Nicely done. Smedberg inside, no good. Rebound by Grossman. Here comes Cripps. Across the lane. Now they come back to this side. 3-pointer, St. John, a little too big heavy by Grossman. Checking into the lineup for St. John, Ellie Collins from St. John, New Brunswick. Are you going in? Because you need to be a big court.
Jim off here directing traffic again. Like an air traffic controller here. Getting the kids to get in, so the right spot so they get in the game.
But, no, I mean, it's a nice press table here.
Yep.
Love the facility, love everything. It's the only place I've seen the visiting team not report to midcourt.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make a difference. Men, women, in-state, out-of-state, international. They go to the side closest to the bench, and there's X on the floor. But I think we have fun doing it, directing them. But loose ball underneath, and St. John Seawolves have it. Here's number 7, Maddie Baker, who just checked in. 3-pointer, no good by McKenzie. St. John wanted a foul, they didn't get it. Sneaking away, up and in, Callie Thompson. Number 7, Maddie Baker for St. John is from Oxford, Nova Scotia.
Morning bench. Put in the book, please. Here we go.
And a warning on the St. John bench. Thought there was contact at the other end.
Yeah.
That they're shooting in. Checking in for the Seawolves, number 11, Bailey Henderson. She started tonight. Okay, across the lane, they lost possession. Here come the Seawolves with about 5 minutes to go. Smedberg underneath, kicks it to the left baseline. Three-pointer comes up short for a band, and a whistle underneath.
Three fouls apiece, Jim. Shoot at 5 if you're watching this from Canada with these kids. I'm not sure what the rule is here, but it's American women's basketball quarters, and shoot free throws at 5, unless it's a shooting situation like this.
For the Mustangs, first time, number 15, Nikki Clark, 5'7" freshman from right here in Auburn, Maine, Edward Little High School. Foul shot is made. 25-8, under 5 minutes to go, first half. On the drive, Hollerick, off glass and good. Lexi Horlick, three-pointer Mustangs, no good. That was missed by Clark. Bring the ball up. Bailey Henderson, shut off, needs some help. Finds it in Baker. They swing it over this side. And it's a tie-up. Possession will stay with the Seawolves.
Jump ball remains Seawolves ball.
Mackenzie Melendez, 21, back in for CM. The freshman from Saco, Maine, out of Thorne Academy. She was in earlier. Out deep, faking on the drive. Mackenzie stops, shoots, does not get the roll. Rebound underneath. Ellie Collins goes up, and she was fouled. She's right from St. John, New Brunswick.
Mustang foul number 13, Jade Smedberg, first personal team score.
First foul, Jade Smedberg. Nice touch. One out of two that trip. Scramble for it, and another tie-up. This time it's going to go the way of CM. Duzant and Mora Lopez come in for the Mustangs. Melendez goes into the corner. They go underneath to Destiny Mora Lopez. Excellent interior defense. Ellie Collins did the work. Here come the Seawolves. Shut off. Deflected pass goes out front for three. Off the back rim by Mackenzie. Here come the Mustangs. Mackenzie Melendez. 15 is Clark. Melendez get her back. Out top to Strong. Strong goes to the left hand, and she'll shoot two.
Almost a miraculous finish by Emily there. Boy. She goes to the basket about as hard as anybody in the league, Jim. When she's committed there, she can slash like probably the best slasher that we see all year. And a good finisher, too. Just say Bill Russell. Just say Bill Russell if you're going for 6. So the refs are trying to figure out how to do the international numbers, Jim. You may have heard that discussion home. Ref came home and said it was on 6. I don't know how to do it.
Shot good by Strong. Checking in for the Seawolves. Number 10, Kate Griffin from Quispamsis, New Brunswick. And a loose ball picked up over there by Baker. They try to go underneath. Excellent defense getting back. Nikki Clark of the Mustangs. Here comes Strong.
Just a good hustle play by Nikki.
Deflection by Hollerich. Mustangs get it back. Halfway through the shot clock, Strong takes it up and in. Left-handed drive. Deflected. McKenzie. Down the lane, stop, shooting and getting it off glass is Maddie Baker. Out of the corner. Duzant, now they move it out front to Strong. The left corner to Clark. Duzant stops, shoots, does not get it. Rebound Melendez. Shot clock reset to 20. Strong down the lane, changes hands, comes up short. Rebound loose, picked up by Hollerich. Here comes Kate Griffin, across the lane. Shot up and no good by Collins. Rebound Central Maine. And outlet pass goes astray. It'll be Seawolves ball. Laura Precage back in for UNB-Saint John. Goes down in the corner for a long three. No good by Griffin. Tracked down off the floor by Collins. And there's a basket up and in, and a foul is coming. Maddie Baker will try for, as we say, the old-fashioned three-point play. And she's got it. Strong underneath. Destiny Mora-Lopez powers it high off the glass. No good. Rebound Griffin. Baker goes back to Griffin. Driving down the lane, high off the glass, no good by McKenzie. Duzant to Strong, who runs the court, and Emily Strong will shoot two.
Yeah, I think Emily just knew she was going to get the contact there, just took it to the hole there, drew the contact. It's been kind of back and forth. Not a lot of finishing, but back and forth.
Busy week for Munzing Media Sports?
Always. It is. 4 games today.
It's good by Strong.
Did a terrific field hockey game. Coney Gardner went to penalty corners the other night in Gardner. It was a fantastic game.
Nice touch by Strong. Of course, that artificial turf field makes it. It changes the game. Across the lane, Seawolves. And traveling underneath. 31-16, Central Maine. Calling the play, Mackenzie Melendez. Stops, looks underneath, batted around. Melendez hustles and picks up the loose ball. Duzant dumps it inside, baseline, reverse, yes! Hung there, drop through for Destiny Mora-Lopez. I think she's going to be a force inside this year.
Yeah, I really do too. Game's really, really improved inside, and she's doing a terrific job with her confidence and building every single game. We saw it last year too, Jim, as the season went on.
Yes.
And, of course, we'll see how many bigs there are in the YSCC this year to be able to contend with her.
Right. 5 seconds on the game clock. There's a steal. Laying it up and good at the buzzer. Maddie Baker. Good job coming off the bench in the second quarter for Baker from Oxford, Nova Scotia. So she sends St. John into the locker room on a positive note. The first half of action in the books, this Can-Am tournament. Central Maine Community College women 33, University of New Brunswick, St. John 18 on Munzing Media Sports.
for details.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division. In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched Forensic Files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm in Intro to Criminal Justice and Criminal Law and Report Writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
The UNC-AA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. Leveling the playing field for everybody. It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like UNC-Saint.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched forensic files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm an intro to criminal justice and criminal law and report writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
When I walked through these doors, I was just blown away.
This is insane. It just caught my attention immediately.
This is the first place that I've seen like this decked out. It's pretty sweet.
This is a grand opening for our esports arena. We're talking 1,600 square feet of pure technology.
Like, I'm shaking being here. It's so cool.
There's nothing like it in Maine. We're ahead of the curve here.
It's definitely a big market, something you can make a living on.
I've always had an interest in esports.
So we're treating it like an extension of our athletic program. And then in addition to that, we're starting an esports management degree program.
It's just a different community for me to be a part of.
It really just helps me just be myself. It's just really fun.
This will bring students together. That's what's happening, and that's what esports is.
To me, it's beautiful, and I want to live here.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution.
Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
Little things to make you what you are.
Zero, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's it right here.
Welcome back to Central Maine Community College, Auburn, Maine, USA. 2 minutes to go in the warm-up. Halftime of the women's game, Central Maine 33, University of New Brunswick, St. John 18. Let's look at the Seawolves. 2 points for Brenna McKenzie, also 2 for Bailey Henderson. Ellie Collins, 1 point. 2 points, Lexi Hollerick. Playing 6 minutes, but scoring 7 points, Maddie Baker. 2 points for Laura Precage, and also 2 for Jalen Power. Seawolves shot 7 out of 27 from the floor, 0 for 6 from behind the arc, 4 for 9 at the foul line. They did have 21 turnovers. The Central Maine Community College Mustangs, Luna Love in double figures with 10. Kaylee Thompson, 4 points. Emily Strong also in double digits with 13. And the only bench player to score, Destiny Mora Lopez, scored 6 points in 5 minutes. Mustangs had 9 turnovers. Let's check the rebound. Seawolves actually out rebounding the Mustangs 26-24. Again, we'll have the men's game to follow somewhere around 8 o'clock. Central Maine men taking on University of New Brunswick St. John. And you said, Rob, it's all about different combinations, and I think sometimes it could be a player that plays with a certain group, and all of a sudden the coach notices something. Maybe the player, doesn't get a lot of points, but wait a minute, this player, every time they're in there, it seems to be smoother with that combination. So I think this is the time of year they try to find that stuff out.
One of the things we said in the first half, Jim, we were talking about Emily Strong and how good a slasher she is. Here's a really good example of Emily taking it to the basket, and she can take it to the basket either side. Here you're going to see she's out on the wing. Defender's off her. Makes the defender play her right hand, then goes left, lays it up, and drops it home. That's what makes her such a tough person to defend. Both hands. She can shoot from the outside, and she's a tenacious defender. She's going to be one of the premier players in the YSCC nationally this year, Jim.
I think you're right. Central Maine very late arriving. The buzzer's gone off twice, and again, it's one of those things. If it was during the regular season, the official might, give him a technical.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see anything.
No.
But maybe hey, you don't want to do that during the regular season. As Jim said, we've got our next game coming up. It'll be the men's game. That'll be coming up at about 8 o'clock. So chime back in on Facebook. That's what I'm monitoring. Let us know if you like the scoreboard we're using this year. We tested it out in the games today. Want to let you decide.
Shot missed by the Seawolves. Maddie Baker out of bounds. Central Maine wearing their dark uniforms tonight.
I want to let the fans know we do have a little bug running around inside our system. If it goes black, I'll get it back as soon as I can. Happened once in the first half.
Bang! Clara banned. The people over in Sweden said, I'm glad we stayed up to see that three-pointer. Then the ensuing action, Clara picked up a foul, her second.
We'll show you that three when we get a second, right? Like right now.
Turnover, Seawolves.
See Clara get a good quick release on that before the defender can close out. She's well out there, Jim. Banged it home. The Munzing Media difference. Got the replays, the graphics, tied in the scoring, and soon to be multiple cameras.
Thompson to the power drive. Kelly Thompson. I always say, when Rob and I meet here at Central Maine, he says, I got something new this year. Mustangs for three. Band in and out. Nice rebound. Hannah Grossman did the work for the Seawolves. And there's a basket up and in by Bailey Henderson. Miramichi, New Brunswick product.
Comes Kelly down the left side. Sorry, would have had a replay for this basket, but I was already doing the replay for the Mustangs.
Three-point play, Bailey Henderson. 38-21 CM. They have the ball early in this third period. Strong swings it over to Love. Out top to Band. Left of the foul line extended. And there's a blocking foul as Callie Thompson started a drive. Band will inbound. Band for three, back rim. Rebound. And a foul. Rebound is grabbed by Brenna McKenzie.
I've got a fair number of people watching. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out back. Always interested to find out where our fans are and a lot of the players' families.
Into the front court, Seawolves. On the drive is Henderson. Official screening me for a second and traveling on UNB-Saint John. Luna Love brings it up. Out top to Strawn. Strawn changes hands. Love, deep corner. Inside, Smedberg kicks it to the left corner for three. Short by Thompson. Strawn battling in there, and a foul. Strawn ended up out of bounds.
Now Henderson got a little body work going on there. Nudged her out of bounds.
I like that feature on the Seawolves pants, the shorts. They get the number on the front, one of the legs. Officials may like it as well. Loose ball down there.
Come on, let's get that board.
It's going to be Mustangs ball. Ball got deflected.
She's on the bench. Oh, that's our ball, yes.
And caught out of bounds by CM, so it will be Seawolves basketball.
Kevin Monroe right on that. He right on the officials to make that call. We got a tussle.
All kinds of action down there. Kind of physical underneath, Rob.
Max is watching from Sweden. Let's go, Clara, he says.
All right, well, Clara's hit a three. Inside. They kick it out to the corner. Here comes Strawn. Up and in. Emily Strawn.
Yeah, she'll be starring in the next slasher movie.
And a shot up and no good. But going to the line will be Maddie Baker. I believe it's 1:14 a.m. in Sweden. So good Sunday morning if you're watching over there.
Handsport Lion says hello from Kentville, Nova Scotia, Canada.
All right.
Thanks for chiming in.
That was a great pregame, the two songs, Canada and the national anthem. Almost had goosebumps for both of them in a sense. Foul shot missed by Baker. Banned across the lane, deflected, stolen away by the Seawolves.
Yikes.
Every play being challenged on the floor for sure. Jenny Cripps checking in for the Seawolves. Also, Ellie Collins. Let's see the five for Central Maine. Strawn, Smedberg, Love. Duzan is checked in. And let's see, Kyla Moore, I beg your pardon.
Olivia Gibbs watching from over New Hampshire. Let's go, Emily.
Seawolves get it in, across the timeline. Henderson, and the Seawolves throw it away.
Out of bounds, Austin's ball.
I believe the Seawolves had a huge coach bus parked in the parking lot. They came down for 2 or 3 days, so I'm not surprised. It looked like they were traveling first class.
Fantastic. It's good to have this tournament back, Jim. Tickled to be here.
Baseline, swish. Emily Strawn. CM by 20. A little breakout here, and going to the line for two, Bailey Henderson.
Well, you know, the thing is, you know, Emily's so tenacious and going to the basket that you don't close on her, right? Because you got to play defense against her, and she's so quick. So you stay off, and she says, take this one. Boop.
Foul shot made by Bailey Henderson. She has one more.
When in the years past, the tournament was here both days, so we'd be here, remember, Jim, doing marathon games for each day. And this year they moved it down to Southern Maine, but they had planned to stream, but they can't. No games tomorrow. Streamed.
Loose ball. Who's got it? Seawolves do. Behind her back, Lexi Hallworth, or rather that was Verna McKenzie. And back and forth we go. It's going to go back to the Seawolves.
Of course, some of you fans watching from around the world, Jim and I speak Maine, native Maine, so.
Am I leaving G's off the end of words again? Up and in, nice execution, Seawolves, and Bailey Henderson off glass.
You might get an occasional G-some Crow or something like that.
Yeah.
You know. They have to put out a translation.
And a nice drive by Jade Smedberg. .45, Central Maine, three-pointer, Seawolves. A little bit too long, and there's a block by Smedberg on defense. Luna Love across midcourt. Drops it off baseline. Kyla Moore comes up short. Kyla Moore hustles after it. And a tie-up. Victoria Sogreen tied her up.
Want to thank the Mustang staff, and Patrick Dexler, I'm sure, had a hand in this, doing the pronunciations. Is that your work, Patrick? Thank you, Patrick Dexler, giving us phonetics on some of the names.
Oh, definitely need them.
Fantastic. First class here. Everything great.
Power move inside, no good by Destiny Mora Lopez, but she'll shoot too. I've kidded over the years at various venues that we got to get the names right because somebody's grandmother is watching far, far away, pounding the kitchen table, saying, say my granddaughter or grandson's name correctly, please. Nice touch. Destiny Mora Lopez.
Amanda Vaughn Brown watching. Hantsport, Nova Scotia. Ryan Gibbs, Eliza Bro's brother, is always a CM fan, he says. Eliza Bro's playing overseas now, Jim.
Oh, wow. 2 for 2 for Destiny Mora Lopez. And there's a foul. Well, you and I have been involved in streaming for a number of years, and one of the things we said early on as we got a little feedback was, and it's just been proven 10 times over, you don't know who's watching, when they're watching, or where they're watching from until it comes back, and sometimes it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it amazes me. Yeah, one of the things we can do is we can go back into our app and we can look and see where people are watching from. It always amazes me when we say around the world, like Jim Toomey likes to say. It's true.
Bailey Henderson, 1 out of 2 at the line. She's from Miramichi, New Brunswick, as we mentioned. Across the lane, that's Moran. Comes up short. Battle underneath there. Into the front court, Seawolves. They go to the far side. Three-pointer. Back rim, and no good. That was missed by McKenzie. The other way, running the court and laying it in. That was Reina Duzan, wasn't it? Was that 25 that scored?
Well, we're going to look at it because this is a beautiful, fast break.
Duzant, 25.
I think it was Melendez got it ahead. We'll take a look at it when we get a second.
4:34 to go, third quarter. Knocked out of bounds.
Let's look at it right here, Jim. You'll be able to see
Melendez.
So look at this pass. Threaded through on the fly. Up and in. What a closeout.
Seawolves 2-on-1 break, 2-on-2. They save it in. And a little contact we play on. Claire LeBlanc is in there, number 5 for the Seawolves. But at the other end, it's hung off the rim. A rebound by Destiny Mora Lopez. She'll go to the line. Claire LeBlanc, number 5 from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
So Gordy Rain's one of our guys that watches all the time. He's watching from home. He says, I might want to come over for a game. What's the cost for the general public for a game? I'll have to ask Patrick Dexler what it costs to get in, because I never pay anywhere anymore. I'm either a senior citizen or I'm doing the game, so I just walk through.
Media, okay, go. Seawolves get it back. Into the corner for 3. No good by Moran. Outside, up and good. Winnie LaRochelle from just outside the foul line makes it 51-26. Central Maine. Deflected by Melendez, stolen by Melendez. Stops, shoots, off the rim.
Well, the bench was up hoping for that to be a finish, but still great defensive play.
A nice drive. Put it in the books for Bailey Henderson. 51-28. Here's a steal for the Seawolves. And there's another basket. This one for Jenny Cripps. A little spark here for UNB-Saint John.
Yeah, they're playing hard. Don't forget they played a game last night too, Jim.
On the drive, Duzant was pushed.
Well, we got some pronunciation help coming in from the provinces, Jim, from New Brunswick.
Miramichi. I thought I said that correct. I think I got that one.
Yeah. Quispamsis.
Yeah, I might have been close to that one. I think I had Miramichi, though. Appreciate the help. Once in a while, different venues, we go by the pronunciation guide supplied through the conference
or
the team. And then some relative will come by and say, You're saying it wrong.
Well, we'll take all the help we can get, for sure. We'd love to interact with you. Sometimes we can. Everything's going smoothly here.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to put the whammo on things here, but so far everything's working great. If you hear Rob go into a long silence, you know things aren't working so well on the technology end.
All I know, the pregame, I'm chatting a little bit, but when Rob changes expression, I head to the far corner of the gym. I learned that. I was a slow learner, Rob. Took me a while. All right, 51-30. St. John having a pretty good quarter.
But they play hard.
Underneath, there's a move. The fall away does not go down. Nice move by Laura Precage.
It's a well-coached unit here.
The other way, Melendez deep in the paint. Dishes it off, up and in for Thompson. Give the assist to Melendez. And then there's a tripping foul in the backcourt by the aforementioned Melendez.
Boy, she's a great distributor, Jim. Let's look at it right here. We saw the long pass that she made. Here comes Melendez. Got her head up. Bounce pass underneath. That's impressive.
For the Seawolves, number 4 checking in. That's Maddie Klein from Hatchet Lake, Nova Scotia. Sounds kind of picturesque, I think. Hope they had some good times on Hatchet Lake.
Beautiful up there in the Atlantic provinces. My wife and I were getting set to go to make a trip. And then that dastardly COVID hit. That closed everything off.
That changed a lot of things.
We're hoping to get back. Change this. We didn't have the tournament. Now we'll get back with it. So
Jenny Cripps, 1 out of 2.
We're so thankful for what we have.
It was actually a book being written. I don't know if you know this. You might. Athletic Director Gary Stevens of Thornton Academies, working with WGME Channel 13's Dave Eade. They're going to have a book. They got 300 pages written, Rob. Stolen Seasons.
Oh.
Out of the corner for 3. No good by Strawn. Inside, Melendez. And I was being interviewed because one of the chapters on Bowdoin women's basketball, who was hosting the 3rd round of the NCAA in Brunswick when the plug was pulled by the NCAA. But they have a lot of chapters on high school, the Portland Sea Dogs, AA minor league team. So, meanwhile, back at the line, the Saco Maine product out of Thornton Academy.
Did you do any of her high school games, Tim? Were you doing
just a couple.
Yeah.
I was busier at that point. Certainly did a lot of games.
Probably here with me.
Yeah, probably. Down that area, Saco, Maine. Where'd you go to school? When they say TA, they mean Thornton Academy.
Yeah, I talked to TA grad Jack Pazinski and his father, Andrew, who I coached at Gardner. Ooh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I actually talked to him a week ago in the volleyball championship down to the Southern Maine hosting. All right, back on track here. 53-21, 31, I beg your pardon. 2:06 to go in the period. And foul shots for the Seawolves. Okay, a peek around the official. Jenny Cripps. Get one more.
Mustang men coming in, getting ready for the next game. 8 o'clock start, maybe.
Seawolves shooting about 50% from the foul line. 3-pointer comes up short. But that was Clara Band back in. Strawn says for 3. Bang! Emily Strawn. She has 17 points. Cripps brings it up, being closely guided by Love. Outside, Precage down the lane, contact.
A lot of fouls this quarter, both teams in shooting situations.
Checking in, Brenna McKenzie again. For the Mustangs, Victoria Solgreen in, 5'5" freshman from Stockholm, Sweden. Yeah, the Seawolves had a pretty good quarter overall, but they've hurt themselves a little bit at the foul line. I mean, they've been outscored 10 in the period, but I'm telling you, it would be a lot closer. There's a drive, no good by Band. Pressure underneath as Cripps tries to get out of there. Underneath, up and in. Victoria Sogreen in the books for Central Maine. Off pressure defense. Across the lane, nobody there. Here comes Thompson. Coming out of the corner, Strawn. Stops, shoots, got it. Under a minute to go, third period. Seawolves under pressure, get it up. Precaj goes around the screen. Looks underneath, being pestered by Love. Cripps is bumped. It'll be 2 shots. Jalen Power returns to the Seawolves lineup. Out of York, Prince Edward Island. For the first time, Maya Nicholas, the 5'6" sophomore from Lewiston, who in the national championship game scored 13 points in 5 minutes. I told Coach Morong if they played the whole game, she would have scored 93. And that is the correct math, by the way.
I don't doubt you on the math. That's a great story.
In the corner is a three-pointer. Love grabbed off the floor by Brenna McKenzie. Loose ball. Again, the toughest competition for the Mustangs in the national tournament was by the University of Maine Augusta, who beat them twice during the regular season, but the Mustangs turned it around when it counted. 15 seconds to go. Let's see if the Seawolves can get a quality shot off. Nice behind the back by McKenzie. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, battle for. And what are they going to call? A tie-up with 5.6. Seawolves have the arrow. Maddie Klein will inbound. Nice catch in the lane. They're going to have to shoot it. Three-pointer, high off the glass, does not go down for Jenny Cripps, and that will do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of action in this women's matchup, Central Maine Community College 60, University of New Brunswick St. John 32 on Munzing Media Sports.
Heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Zach. Three down, 1 to go, Jim. Here as 3 quarters. We'll have another game, of course, coming up. Be the men's game between these same two opponents. See it right here. And that'll be coming up 8-ish, probably a little after 8 now. What time is it now? It's 7:33, so we got to play 10 minutes here, and that can take a little bit of time. They got to warm up, so.
Emily Strong with 22, Luna Love with 10. For the Seawolves, Bailey Henderson has 11, and there's a basket underneath. Kyla Moore does some damage inside, the 5'10 sophomore from West Palm Beach, Florida, out of Palm Beach Gardens. Third foul on Brenna McKenzie, and there's a nice touch by Moore. We may see more of Moore this year, I think, underneath. Quickly in the front court. Precage, three-pointer, a little bit long. Rebound by Moore. Central Maine running the court. Outside to Love, swings it to Smedberg. Love for three. Bang!
So Luna started the game off with a three. Starts the fourth quarter off with a long-range one. She can dial him up, Jim.
Yeah, again, just saw the confidence building through last year. Comes up short for the Seawolves, grabbed out of the air by Moore. Here comes Love. Out of the corner, bang! Maya Nicholas. Lewiston, Maine, Lewiston Blue Devils. Again, the big national final, and she hits here underneath. Nice move, but coming up short was Laura Precage. Down the other way, Luna Love stops, shoots, and makes it. Zach Bryan doing a good job on the camera. Rob Munzing also producing as well as making appropriate comments.
Astute would be the word you're looking for, Jim.
Off glass and good. Brenna McKenzie. I might have got that eventually if I down the list. You know?
We'll take a look at Nicholas' three here. Watch the bench come up. I love it. And they can't wait to celebrate that. Look at the bench. And Coach Morong and everybody. That's fantastic.
Bailey Henderson returns for the Seawolves. McKenzie with it. Swings it over to Cripps. And far corner, they lose it.
Well, this appears to be a season that will be from the line of a Herman Hermit song. Second verse, same as the first, as we're looking at the Mustangs really looking sharp here early on.
Lyrics from Henry VIII.
Yes.
On your Billboard survey, I think about 1965. Up and in, a nice power move by Kyla Moore.
Well, you're going to have some defenders if you're going to keep the Mustangs in tow.
A nice drive by Bailey Henderson. And she's going to shoot two.
Tremendous depth.
No, I guess she isn't. On the drive, they call it. I beg your pardon. Goes inside, high off the glass, no good. By Power. St. John gets it back, and a long two-pointer for Brenna McKenzie. Moran, a little change of pace. And deflected out of bounds. Excellent defense. Jenny Cripps.
Here's McKenzie three right here, Jim. She's way downtown on this one. Wanted to get a replay up of her early one, but we got this one in. Nice job by her.
Baseline inbounds play. Moran changes hands on the dribble, goes in front of the Mustangs bench. That's Maya Nicholas.
And I've said this a few times, Jim, and I'll probably say it again during the course of the season. With this great depth that the Mustangs have, they really have intense practices.
Oh, yes. A little bit heavy off the glass. The ball goes back, and this time up and in for Kyla Moore. A couple of times when the men only played, I was here and saw the end of a practice.
Yeah.
And Coach Morong gives awards down on the chart for who took the most charges.
In practice.
In practice.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Or maybe for the week.
Well, Coach put a thing out on social media. I think it might have been on Twitter. He says, listen, if you don't practice taking these and doing it the correct way, kids aren't going to do it in the game.
Maddie Baker checks in for the Seawolves, number 7, out of Oxford, Nova Scotia. I'll tell you, if you're getting ready to take on the CM women, you better practice like 7-on-5.
Yeah.
during the week. I mean, I think some coaches have done that. At least throw an extra player out. See if you can get out of that pressure. Baseline. Driving to the hoop. Nicely done. Jaylene Power. Jalen Power from York, PEI. She saw a little daylight. She took it and laid it in. Three-pointer, Smedberg, no good. And contact underneath.
You know, the team that gave CM fits in the last couple of years has been UMA, because they had the three components. They had two really good guards, Taz Valencia and Hope Butler, who could break the press, and then they could park Madeline Sura in underneath to finish it off. And they did that 2 out of 3 times last year, because, as you said, Mustangs got them in the national championship game.
Three-pointer, Seawolves, no good by Power. Seawolves going to get it back. Nice hustle by Maddie Baker. There's the drive by McKenzie. Out for a long two, no good. Off glass, no good by Henderson. Or on the floor. So shot clock violation, didn't hit the rim, I think is the call.
Yeah, I think that's what we've got.
Kirsten Lyons, number 5 for CM, enters the lineup, played in the first half. So Lyons, Smedberg, Maura Lopez. Trying to see the other two. Winnie La Rochelle is in there, 20. Comes out the Lions. Goes into the corner. Lions going to shoot. Bang! Kirsten Lyons, deep right corner. In the lane, up and good. Spun around and stayed down for Brenna McKenzie. 78-40, running the court and laying it up and in. DML. Destiny Mora Lopez. People out in the great Northwest like that one from the state of Oregon. Underneath, broken up.
Got some subs coming in. We can look at Lyons' 3 from the corner, way in the corner, almost in the bleachers. Put that one in and look at the bench. Celebrate that one.
80-40 as they double the score. We got a timeout on the court. 5:21 to go in the fourth. CM by 40 on Munzing Media Sports.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We got hockey coming up next week. Let's play hockey. Greg Glenn will be on the call for that all season long as the voice of Mustang hockey. That game was moved from Wednesday to Tuesday, and it's an 8:50 start. So you hockey people know what that means. Look for us about 9:15 on the year. No, 8:50 start, but sometimes by the end of the day, the last ice time is sometimes not right at the time they say. So I'll have to take a little nip-nap, paddywhack, you know,
and we'll
give my bones a rest.
Yeah, we'll see you leaving the parking lot about midnight.
So it's a good thing I retired from teaching a couple of years ago. I used to do this. I was doing all this stuff and still full-time teaching. And I don't know how I did it. You'd be out doing games until midnight or so and back up early, and I was no spring chicken at that time, but I'm in a good place now and love to do this, and we'll do as many games as we can. So I have hockey, and the Mustang men hockey team, Jim, they are off to a really great start under Coach Kenoran, so we're looking forward to their action.
They get a fantastic facility, not on campus, but just down the road.
Down the road, as we like to say here in Maine, down the road.
Shot missed by the Seawolves, taken by Grossman. We're on the floor again. I think both teams have to join the custodial union because they've been cleaning the floor with their hustle and effort, both teams.
Yeah, they've been laying out, that's for sure. Both teams with great hustle.
Number 9 in there for the Seawolves, Keely Black from Moncton, New Brunswick. Haven't seen her for a while. Down the lane, off glass and good. Brenna McKenzie.
McKenzie's had a good game. I think she's probably leading scorer, Jim.
You are correct. Let's see.
Close.
Actually, Henderson
okay.
has 11. McKenzie with 6. See if they change it. A foul underneath.
Probably didn't catch up. Probably got 8 now.
Yeah, it hasn't refreshed yet.
Great job. Just don't get yourself pushed up. Stay right in there.
Coach Kevin Monroe is continuing to be positive and continue coaching and teaching.
Winnie La Rochelle at the line. Again, the freshman from Rangeley, Maine. Rangeley Lakes Regional High School. A little short off the front rim. Loose ball. I think it's off Maura Lopez. Nikki Clark, 15 in for Central Maine. I always wonder with coaches like Coach Moreau, how many different combinations do you see during the season?
Yeah.
Huh? Baseline drive shut off. Black goes outside. Number 11, Henderson, looks underneath, being pestered by the tough defense of Clark. On the drive, Henderson, and lays it up and in.
Nice take, nice finish.
Again, I think that was Henderson all the way because I was screened by the official. Back come the Mustangs. A nice move, hung on the rim by Duzant. Everything but the finish. 4 minutes outside for 3. Off glass, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Coming away with it is Duzant. Here's Clara Band. 3-pointer Lions. Bang! Kirsten Lyons hit deep right corner. This time deep left corner. And there's a power drive, and earning the 2 shots is Bailey Henderson.
Mountain Valley High School graduate is Lyons. She's the junior. Check her in, Jim. Okay. I think part of the reason is the kids stop here is they don't want to cross in front of us as we're doing the game. They're so polite.
It could be. Foul shot good by Henderson.
Yeah, we're talking about another kid parked right next to us to go in the game, and Jim had to tap her on the shoulder, move her down to the middle.
Well, I sort of knocked on the desk, actually.
The officials should go over that with the kids before the game. Say, hey, listen.
But the men do it as well, but why is this the only place? You know what I'm saying?
I think they'd like to cozy up to you, Jim.
I don't know about that, but again, it's a long press table. There's the X at midcourt. But anyway, we have more fun with it than not. I mean, a power move inside. And nice hustle, grabbing the ball out of Keely Black. Seawolves go inside, rebound Duzant. Three minutes and change left. Inside, power move. Destiny Mara Lopez, the 6-foot sophomore. Shot spun off. That was Henderson. Duzant through traffic is fouled.
So the Seawolves from St. John's will go down and play the SM Seawolves tomorrow. That'll be the matchup. So these kids will have played 3 games in 3 days. But what a way to start off the season here with this great tournament, this Can-Am.
See, So Green is back in for CM. See, Melendez at the line. Duzant. Nikki Clark also.
I'm guessing we're going to have about an 8:15 to 8:20 start probably for them, and have only a 20-minute differential after playing into the 4th game with an overtime game. That's pretty good.
Right.
They may cut the warm-up down a little bit.
Up and in. Power drive. Brenna McKenzie. And meanwhile, don't take your eyes off, down the other end, Destiny Mora Lopez.
Well,
she got down there quickly, didn't she?
She made that look so easy. I didn't think she was going to catch up to the ball. She catches up to the ball, catches it in stride, and gracefully goes up and lays it up and in.
But when you have your inside players run the floor, hustle down there, and they get the ball in the paint, you know what? They're going to keep doing it.
Yes. Well, if you get ahead of the pack here, you get the ball. You get the ball. They'll get it to you. So the bigs run the floor.
Inbounding will be Kate Griffin. Goes to the corner. Number 6 is Lexi Hallrick. Three-pointer off the rim by Henderson and knocked out of bounds. Shot clock reset to 20.
New shot clocks, Patrick? Did we get new shot clocks? They're all working this year. It's fantastic. Bright.
Maddie Baker, number 7, gives it up. I peekaboo around the official. Three-pointer, no good by Griffin. The rebound, Central Maine. Quickly in the front court. That's Maya Nicholas. We have not seen Jamaya Nicholas. Maybe she's not dressed in uniform tonight. Underneath, coming up short was Lopez. And then a foul. Checking in, 44, Kyla Moore for the Mustangs. And Lopez getting congratulations as she heads to the bench by Coach Andrew Morong. Nikki Clark will get it in. Three-pointer, Melendez, no good. And a rebound by the Seawolves. Lexi Hallrick got the board. Three-pointer, around and off, hung there, refused to drop for Maddie Baker. We got a foul. Going to be 2 shots at the other end.
Hey, we got to line up, don't we? Hey, we got to line up.
Kyla Moore for 2.
We won't have an extensive wrap-up as we're stacked up back-to-back on the game, so Jim will wrap it up very quickly. We've got to get this one off and the next one started.
Yeah, I'll give a couple of stats in the final minute. Emily Strawn, 22, Luna Love, 15, Destiny Mora Lopez, 11, the double-digit scorers for CM. Bailey Henderson with 13, Brenna McKenzie with 10 for the Seawolves. 7 rebounds for Henderson, 5 for McKenzie, 7 for Ellie Collins, also 7 for Grossman. I'll look at CM in a second. Off glass and good. Maya Nicholas off glass and hit the floor and get up very quickly.
Oh, Maya, what a play.
Yeah. There's a drive. Shut off, contact underneath, it'll be CM ball. Let's see, rebounders for CM. Callie Thompson with 8. Jade Smedberg with 9. And Mackenzie Melendez has 5. Let's see, can we find a leading assist? 5 for Winnie La Rochelle. And on the other side, they actually only have 2 assists for Grossman. Seawolves do not have many assists. As the final 10 seconds, and dribbling out be Mackenzie Melendez. And good effort shown by the Seawolves of New Brunswick St. John. They hustled the entire way. Playing the second time in 2 days against the national champions of the junior college ranks, Division II in the United States. And again, the Seawolves will be down on the campus of Southern Maine Community College, South Portland, Maine tomorrow. It won't be streamed, unfortunately. They'll take on the Southern Maine Seawolves in the Battle of the Seawolves. So that will do it for this game. We'll come back in about 20. The men's game matching Central Maine against UNB-Saint John. Good luck to the UNB-Saint John Seawolves, the women's team, the rest of the way. And again, a great effort here tonight against a very deep, once again, Central Maine Mustangs team. So we'll sign off for now. The final score of our first game in women's action, Central Maine 90, University of New Brunswick, St. John 47. Come back in about 20 minutes for men's basketball on Munzing Media Sports.